and record.
Okay,
all right,
welcome to the team call today, Tuesday,
Jeez.
November 18th.
Always so energetic.
I
So
know.
yeah, November 13th, team call. Tonight we're going to talk about a few things, but first off, let's start with the top coaches. So far in November, we have top of the list,
Jen Quist.
Jen Quist with 859. Good job, Jen.
Mm-hmm.
You talk about this because I don't like talking about myself in the third person.
Mark is next. Great job, honey, at 434.
There you go, at 434. Stacey Merritt coming in with 331, and Sherry Simpson with 150.
Yes, great job, guys.
We didn't include anyone with 90 because that is your own personal PB, of course. All right.
We'll get to what PV is. Don't worry.
Yeah, if you don't know what PV is, no, we won't get to it. I'll tell you right now. It's personal volume. Okay. PV includes your personal volume and all the volume produced by any commission sales, any retail sales.
Yes, retail.
Okay. If you ever want to know how much PV is accumulated, click on volume. I actually have it in the slideshow, and if Natasha reminds me, I will show you where that is because we didn't really get into PV. We're talking more about TV in genealogy tonight. But yeah, click on your team volume. You click on it, and it gives you a breakdown of where all your PV comes from. You can also just search Google for personal volume Beachbody, and you'll find documents upon documents.
Can I just cut you off? What I do for how I distinguish between the two personal volume is any of my purchases, so any of your purchases retail. And your clients,
right? Not
any coaches,
right? That's
your personal volume.
Yeah, that's what I said.
No, I
your
know.
Own personal and your retail.
Yeah, I know, but I explain it differently.
Sure. All right. Okay. So we got our hands on the quarterly worksheets from corporate. This is from leadership. I think I shared this in the group, but I'm not entirely sure if I did.
They did.
I did? Okay. But we thought we'd just go over it. So things coming up in November. Black Friday is the big thing coming up. We're not sure exactly the details of Black Friday, but it is coming up on the 23rd, and then of course we're doing Cyber Monday on the following Monday, and of course all through November they're calling it Blue November, $20 off all challenge packs.
So what I'm thinking what's going to happen for Black Friday is because we already have the $20 off of the challenge packs. I'm thinking that it's just going to be apparel that is going to be for the Black Friday. So if you're looking for any apparel or you want prizes for,
really? That's it?
I do, for your challenge groups, then make sure Black Friday, Cyber Monday, you're on there and grabbing stuff because there is some really cool gear that they have, which is also at Summit, by the way. And what we are doing, so I wanted to talk a little bit about this. What I've decided to do is host a flash sale, which we've done before, a flash sale on Black Friday. This is going to be for pretty much any existing clients, any new people, just anybody. I'm putting into a flash sale for next Friday. And what happens is we post every 15 minutes for 1 hour with different challenge packs. And we post an image with the challenge pack cost. And then we're actually going to put, an X through that full cost and then put the price for the $20 taken off. So that will be the Black Friday cost. Unless, of course, we're told that challenge packs will go on sale more, or Shakeology may be on its own.
I think there'll be a sale across the board.
I think there'll be something, but that's how it's going to be for now. So I'm getting those images prepped and ready, and we're going to run this team-wide. So you can add all of your people into our flash sale, unless, of course, you want to run your own, set up your private group on Facebook. When I have the posts ready to go, I can share them with all of you guys. Or what I really want to do and focus on as a team is doing things together, because why reinvent the wheel, number one, and number two, I want to help you. And I think it's really important to take as much off your plate as possible until you're at a point where you can be leading your own teams, and you're doing coaching more on a full-time basis. So I don't want you to like get overwhelmed. Take your people, throw them in our group. Let's do a team-wide group. I'm probably doing this with another coach who wants to host together. So we'll do the posting, and what happens in these flash sales, and we'll explain it, we'll go live in there for everybody, is whoever is added into the group, when they want to purchase that specific challenge pack, they're going to put their email in the comment under that challenge pack and tag the coach that added them into the group. So Jen, if you add someone into that flash sale and they see a challenge pack they want, then they're going to put their email and tag you, and you'll send them their challenge pack through Share a Cart. It's easy, it's great. What we did last time was we put an Amazon card with it, or we put something extra special with it. Well, this time what we're doing, because I've decided to run a special Christmas fitness group in my challenge group, I've decided to let them have access to that, and they will be able to possibly win the one of the 12 days of giveaways. So that's something extra special. If you want to just add new people into the flash sale, add them into my VIP accountability group, totally fine. You're still coaching them, and after this group, what will happen is you can maybe help them with a Transform 20 completion pack and get them into your New Year's group for Transform 20. So that is, just so you know, that's our plan of what we're doing. And I think all of you should do it too. I think it's a great plan, and it can be very successful if we do it right. So yeah, that's the plan for that.
Okay.
For November.
I will share this again, because I think our video disappears when we share a screen. So you're doing a lot of talking.
Sorry.
Okay. So in December, we have the Transform 20 launch, and that's the launch for the challenge packs. They will be live, so you can start to share them with people.
Yes, we are going to actually have those challenge packs. We'll know what they are and what the cost is on November 18th. And we'll be sharing that in our Transform 20 info group, with a lot more other info coming soon.
All right. So December action items, really working up into December, of course, we should be working on promoting that launch for Transform 20. And also really lever for you guys, if you don't have your summit ticket yet, it's still it looks like it's going to be a flash sale of a 145 still. If it still isn't 145, is it 145 right now?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So that price is staying around until December, luckily. And as we head into December, always remember, people start to get distracted when it gets close to Christmas. So for SC in December, I suggest getting to SC as soon as possible in November, and then starting to work out in the latter half of I just hit my elbow. In the latter half of November, setting up a lot of conversations to get SC in that first or second week of December, because once you get into that second half of December, not a lot of people are going to be into it just yet until January.
Well, and if you're marketing, if you're sharing Transform 20 enough, you should be able to hit SC no problem on December 4th when it launches. And you'll actually be very surprised. People will sign up all through December, even near Christmas, for Transform 20. So don't just think the holidays are a reason for people to not want to join something. They want to join. With 80-Day Obsession, I had people joining me up until December 23rd and right after Christmas too.
Right.
Yeah.
And then in January, of course, we get Transform 20 on the 14th of January is when it will be on BOD for early access only. It comes to BOD in April, of course, just regular old. It'll be live on BOD, but for early access. And that's what those December 4th challenge packs are for. January Super Saturday is January 12th.
Yeah.
Guys, we're all local here on the call right now, so get your tickets now. It's going to be a good Super Saturday.
And we'll do lunch again, of course.
Of course. There
Yes.
will be lunch as always.
Yes.
And January will be the biggest month of your business.
It will be huge.
Bar none, just because it's the New Year's and everybody's making those resolutions.
Okay, wait. I said it would be huge. It would be huge if you do hard work now. Okay, so you have to put the work in now in order for it to be that great.
Yeah, well, you have to set up for it, right? So
Exactly.
having those conversations now, December.
Yeah.
I can't tell you how many people I have right now that just keep telling me, you know, in the new year, hit me up.
Yeah.
Because I'll be there.
Yeah.
You know, I want to do this for the new year. And of course, I talk to them and I give them the old, well, you know, in the new year, you'll be 2 months further from your goal. Let's get started now. And, you know, everybody has their reasons, but I think I have between 5 or 10 conversations going right now with just people that want to start in the new year. Okay, so let's talk genealogy.
Yes.
All right. Genealogy shows all the coaches placed in your downline. This includes coaches that were placed under you by your upline. Those are the people that whose names you don't recognize, by the way. Use this report to select where you want any newly recruited coaches to be placed. And you'll see the report in a second. So when we're talking about genealogy, those are the coaches that are below you, whether or not they are your personally sponsored coaches or your upline's personally sponsored coaches or somebody on your upline's personally sponsored coaches. Because I have coaches that are placed by people all the way up, not just by Natasha. So you'll see names that you don't recognize. Now for rank, it only matters if they are your PS or personally sponsored coaches. So I put this in here just for a quick review of the 3 first ranks. Of course, Emerald is U+2, meaning a coach on your left and your right, or your strong or your weak leg, and we'll get into strong and weak legs in the presentation. Ruby is when you have 2 emeralds and 2 coaches, 1 on either leg. And then, of course, Diamond, when you have 8 coaches on your downline that are active, 2 of whom are emerald. Now, I was going to get into Star Diamonds, but I won't.
Can I just talk about something?
Sure,
like
let's
that
go
for a
back.
minute?
Yeah, what's up?
So something I just want to talk about with rank and with growing your business and growing your teams, because you all are starting to now, and it's really beautiful to watch, and I love being part of it. Is that I want you to know that I'm here for you. I want you to do the best you can do for you and your families, for, you know, wherever you want to take this business. So know that if you need help, not only to get to this rank, if you need help with your coaches, if you need, you know, if you want to have Zoom calls with 10 people who are possibly interested in coaching, or little parties,
Or
whatever,
phone calls.
or phone calls, whatever it is, use me at your disposal. I am here to help you build your business and so it's successful for you and your families. And I really want you to know that, because, you know, if you're not successful, none of us are. And I think it's really important as a team to help each other, be there for each other, and just really bond and want to rock and love this business together. So just know that I'm here to help you, guide you with all of this. I don't want these images to be something that's scary and that you think you're doing alone, because you're not. Okay, that's it.
That's it? Okay. Always finish with that's it. Okay, so to figure out where to put people before you sign them up as coaches. All right, we had one of the coaches today that did that. I talked to a coach yesterday about doing it. Always place your placeholder for where your coach will be in your genealogy before you even send that share a card, because you don't know how quickly that person is going to do it, and you want to have that placement set already. So where do we do this? You click on Monitor My Business, and you see where the little red arrow is, Preferred Placement. This is one of the many ways of doing it. And when you get preferred placement, there's a really simple window that pops up. Select position. I believe in here you have left, right, first available on your left, first available on your right, and one other option. I can't remember what it is.
Left, inside, right.
Yeah, but that doesn't matter. So you're always select either left or right.
Yes.
Okay. The way your genealogy works is that you want it always spreading out. Okay, so always on the furthest left position, it'll always on the furthest right position. Okay, so you're creating a nice wide spread.
For now, until you get into
Let's not get into that. Okay, so I mentioned weak and strong legs. Okay, so you have a left leg and you have a right leg. Your weak leg is where you will place most of your coaches in order to create volume. Your strong leg is where your upline places most of their coaches, which also creates volume, but that becomes your strong leg. And I'll show you what that means in case you don't know the difference between strong and weak. So again, go to monitor my business, carry over volume, and that will show you, and of course, this only happens when you become emerald. Up until that point, you will have zero volume on both legs. Okay, once you become emerald, it unlocks this volume and then you start accumulating. So I'll show you here, carry over volume, and you can see on the far right where that arrow is, there's carryover right volume of 64,485. Obviously, that is the strong leg. Okay, because if you see the carryover on the left, it's minus 15 thanks to a few returns. All right, so when you are placing, you will, once you become emerald, of course, because when you want to become emerald, you want to place one on the left, one on the right. But then when you want to start creating income, you want to start placing on your weak leg. So this is where you're going to find out. So I don't always like saying place your coach on your left or your right. I prefer you're strong or you're weak. That way you are boosting that weak leg, or that, in this case, the left leg volume. Okay. So another way of doing it is you can go to your graphical genealogy, and where the right arrow or the red arrow is pointing there, you can click bottom left or bottom right, and that will take you to the first available position in your genealogy, which, okay, I click bottom left in this case, because that's the weak leg, and that's where we want to place these coaches. 1 second, I gotta go some water. Thank you. And you just click on that little placeholder guy. He'll be gray. You click on him, and you will get this preferred placement window that pops up. And again, at this point, you can select your position again, left, right, or whatever the other options are there. And just click save, and then he becomes blue like he was back here. All right. And then when you send that share cart, that blue position is where your new coach will be placed. Now, if you didn't happen to place your genealogy or place your coach on your genealogy prior to sending the share cart, and they signed up, and then you went into your genealogy and realized, dang, I put them on the wrong leg, you can use the coach genealogy change request form and have them moved.
And how many hours do
you have 72 hours in order to do this, from the time they sign up or they are placed in their position permanently, and you cannot change it. Okay, so 72 hours you have to check. I always double check before and after just to make sure it happened, because I've actually had it happen where I placed the genealogy, the coach signed up, and for whatever reason that placement wasn't saved and they were put in the wrong position.
We've all had it happen.
Everyone's had it happen.
And
okay,
couldn't change it.
So you fill out this form. You'll have to fill out your information, your new coach's information. You press submit. Within a day max, they will be changed, and with that, the volume will be changed as well.
Yes.
Okay. So to find this form, I have it saved on my phone, but yeah, just quickly you can Google it, Beachbody Genealogy Change Form, or you can also find it in the support section under Forms and Documents and Genealogy Change Request Form down at the bottom right. Yeah. All right. So we talked about mentorship calls on, was it Sunday? We went live about that? Yeah, it was Sunday. And we talked a whole lot about what it's going to take to get on the phone and talk about these action plans and get on these mentorship calls. I had asked you to do a few things. All right. So again, I want to know how many invites per day you've done. And remember, I said that minimum should be 10 invites a day. All right. Minimum 10 invites a day to your challenge group. I also said that at least one minimum coach invite a day to the opportunity. I also want to know your number one objection you are met with. And we'll talk about that. We'll talk how to get over that. And also we'll talk about your number one personal hurdle. What are you finding difficulty with coaching? What's that one thing holding you back? Go ahead.
So what is it you want them to send you every day? Just how many invites you've done?
That's not what I was talking about right now. But yeah, I want to see some proof starting, guys. Yeah. I'll tell you, it'll be a lot easier each day instead of on the last day. Yeah. All right. So like, let's get some conversations going during the day. If you're having some objection issues, again, message us and ask us. Let us know if you need any scripts, any help, anything. Okay. If you guys come to an impasse in a conversation and you just don't know how to answer it, or you just don't know how to get past this, shoot us a message and let us know. That's part of what we do, helping you guys. Okay.
Yes, I had a great call today.
Yeah.
With one of you.
All right.
Loved it.
Cool. So
for chat.
I'm gonna stop the recording there.